It's our last night in this beautiful cabin here in the jungle above Matagalpa. I did something so that, we can leave a souvenir here so that they can remember us after we leave, in a good way, of course. I bought a mamey sapote fruit on our way to the beach in Leon. I bought two of them actually. I planted one in Leon and the other one I kept. I brought it all the way here to Matagalpa, and I actually planted it on their estate. As you can see here, they have many things that were already planted. This, for example, this is some kind of a citrus tree. I don't know exactly what, but I can tell by the branches and by the leaves that it's citrus. And same goes for this right here. That there is a coffee shrub. Lots of coffee shrubs here on this property, and in this area, as a matter of fact, when we continue down there going towards Selva Negra, there are whole coffee plantations on people's land. Now, they have planted many things here. This, for example, I've seen this tree in many places in Nicaragua, in ditches, in garbage dumps, and grows everywhere. Presumably it gives some kind of a fruit. This too was planted by them. More coffee shrubs here. More coffee shrubs. A stump with something growing above it. We have another plant here. And here is where I've planted the mamey, as they call it in Cuba, or simply sapote, as it is called in Nicaragua. Here, again, we have something different. What is this now? Oh, look at that. This is some kind of a wasp that lives in Central America. Look at that wasp there. And look at this ant. The ant looks like it's defending its territory. Look, he's ready to strike at the camera. Look at him lunging. Look at him lunging at the camera. That's an angry ant. It can probably sting as well. There are more ants down here. So these ants are presumably defending this shrub because it's their territory. They're defending it against wasps, but also against humans or any other potential predators. Let's test something. Let's poke him with a stick to see what he's going to do. Ah, okay, he's retrieving. He's retreating now. Good. Okay, so that's it. I planted my mamey sapote seed here. However, oh, look at that. More citrus. They have more. Are these lemons or oranges? I don't really know. These look like lemons to me. There's another one over there. Another fruit. Bananas, of course. They have bananas all over the place. And here, they already have a mamey sapote tree. Look at this tree. Look how magnificent it is. This is a fully grown mamey sapote tree, but no fruit on it. Surprisingly, I wonder why that is. The sapote season is coming up. It's in February, at least that's what it was in Cuba. I don't know how it goes here, but this tree doesn't have neither flowers nor fruit. Or does it? Hold on. What do I see up there? No, that's not fruit. That was a piece of a leaf. Yeah, this tree does not have anything. That's really surprising. I thought that by now it would have at least, if not flowers, it would have small mameys, small fruit on it. Yeah, so that's it. That's the sapote or the mamey sapote tree that they have on their estate here, and a lot of citrus that was planted there before. They told me that before the current owners bought this property, there was a cacao tree, but then it got cut. I don't know why. Who did that? What was their decision? For some reason, I've noticed that in Nicaragua, very few people plant cacao trees. Presumably because there's a lot of work needed to make chocolate out of cacao seeds. But I mean, you can just eat the fruit. You don't have to make chocolate with it. So anyway, strange. That's what it is. So yeah, so this is it. This is the garden that was right next to our cabin. There's another tree right here. I really have no clue what it is, but it looks good. And there's our cabin up there. It even has its own water supply tank, because the water comes from, I think, from the stream, then it gets pumped up there, and then that's where we get our water pressure, just for our cabin. So each cabin has its own water supply. That's good. No hot water though. That's one thing that we noticed that we didn't have in the cabin. And trust me, you do need hot water here. You might not need it in places like Granada or especially in Leon. You do not need hot water, but here you do need it, because at night it gets chilly. It doesn't get cold, especially not for Canadian standards, but it does get to maybe 17, 18 degrees. And then in the morning when you want to take a shower, if your room is cold, hot water will help. The other thing is that I checked the forecast. We won't be here, but in a couple of weeks from now, the temperature drops to 14 overnight in this place here, in this area. But yeah, that won't affect us because we won't be there anymore. We're going back to Canada where it's minus 20, or no, it's no longer minus 20. It's around 0 right now. So when we land there on Friday, it'll be maybe 2 or 3 degrees above 0. We're bringing the heat, so to speak, obviously. There's a sloth up there. This is the view from our balcony, from the room where we're staying. I'm going to try to zoom in to see if it's any better, but he's very well camouflaged. But there's a sloth up there. Yeah. So the sloth would be somewhere around here, but you can't see it on the video. Actually, it's very hard to see it by naked eye as well. When you take the binoculars, you can see him. He's right there. Amazing. I can't believe this. We have a sloth in a tree canopy, and we can see this right from our cabin here, from our balcony. Unbelievable stuff. Matagalpa, Nicaragua. And on top of that, we also have a mamey sapote tree right there. This is a mamey sapote tree. I didn't even know what we had.